Have you ever walked through a spring garden and marveled at the sudden eruption of color? It's as if the world has been holding its breath all winter, waiting for this exact moment to exhale a symphony of life. The air feels different, charged with anticipation and the promise of new beginnings. One day, the world is quiet and brown. The next, daffodils blaze yellow, cherry trees blush pink, and crocuses pierce the frost. It's a transformation so sudden and complete, it almost feels magical, like nature has flipped a hidden switch, turning on the lights after months of darkness. This spectacle isn't random. It's a precisely timed event, a survival strategy written in petals and leaves. Each flower, each bud, is part of a grand design, orchestrated to perfection by forces we can barely see or understand. Each plant follows an ancient schedule, responding to subtle cues from the world. The warmth of the sun, the length of the day, even the gentle touch of spring rain. These signals are like notes in a silent symphony, guiding every stem and petal to play its part at just the right time. Their ability to tell time is one of nature's most fascinating secrets, ensuring they bloom at the perfect moment for survival. This timing isn't just about beauty, it's about life itself, about making sure each flower has the best chance to attract pollinators and set seed for the next generation. Imagine if flowers bloomed out of season. Most would fail, missing their pollinators and the right conditions. The world would be quieter, emptier, and the cycle of life would falter. Timing is everything, and nature rarely leaves it to chance. The timing of a bloom is a matter of life and death, a calculated risk that must pay off. Each blossom is a gamble, a leap of faith that the world will be ready to receive it. So, how do plants know when to flower? What invisible signals do they sense that tell them it's time to awaken? The answer lies in a hidden world of microscopic clocks and light-sensing molecules. Deep within each plant, tiny biological timers keep track of the days and nights, measuring the subtle changes in sunlight and temperature. Every flower is the result of a patient wait, a plant reading the calendar of the cosmos and choosing its moment to shine. In this silent orchestra of spring, every bloom is a note, every garden a song, and together they create the breathtaking music of renewal. Plants possess an internal clock, a circadian rhythm, that governs their daily activities. This remarkable system is not just a simple timer, but a sophisticated biological mechanism that helps plants anticipate changes in their environment. It allows them to prepare for the day ahead, even before the sun rises, and to wind down as night approaches. This clock tells them when to open their leaves to catch the first rays of sunlight, when to begin photosynthesis to make food, and even the perfect moment to release their fragrance to attract pollinators. All of these actions are carefully timed within a predictable 24-hour cycle, ensuring the plant's survival and success. Remarkably, even if a plant is kept in constant darkness, it continues to follow this rhythm. This proves that the clock is truly internal and hardwired into the plant's genetic code, rather than simply a reaction to sunlight or temperature. The clock works through a molecular feedback loop. Certain genes produce proteins, and those proteins, in turn, suppress the activity of those same genes. This creates a reliable, self-sustaining daily cycle that repeats over and over, keeping the plant's internal schedule on track. This internal manager prepares the plant for sunrise, so it can maximize energy use, grow efficiently, and respond quickly to changes in its surroundings. It's a vital adaptation for survival in a world where timing is everything. The circadian clock is the foundation for a plant's sense of time, guiding not just daily life, but also the transition from one season to the next. It helps plants know when to grow, when to rest, and when to prepare for the challenges of changing weather. It's the first step in knowing when to flower, ensuring that blooms appear at the optimal moment for pollination and seed production. This quiet metronome keeps plants in sync with the planet's rotation, a rhythm that has pulsed through the natural world for millions of years, connecting every leaf and stem to the heartbeat of Earth itself. Beyond the daily clock, plants possess a remarkable ability to sense the subtle changes in their environment. They don't just follow the sun's path across the sky, they actually measure the changing seasons through a process called photoperiodism, which is their response to the length of day and night. This sensitivity allows them to anticipate the coming of spring or the approach of winter long before the temperature shifts. Plants are covered in specialized light sensors called photoreceptors, with phytochromes being among the most important. These tiny molecular switches are embedded in their cells, constantly monitoring the quality and duration of light. Phytochromes act as nature's timekeepers, helping plants interpret the sun's signals. Phytochromes are especially sensitive to red and far-red wavelengths of light. As the sun rises and sets, the balance between these wavelengths shifts, causing phytochromes to change their form. This transformation is how plants distinguish between day and night, and even sense the subtle lengthening or shortening of days. During daylight, sunlight activates phytochromes, switching them to their active state. When night falls, these molecules slowly revert to their original form, allowing the plant to measure the exact duration of darkness with astonishing precision. This nightly reset is crucial for tracking seasonal changes. By counting the hours of darkness each night, plants gain a more reliable seasonal cue than temperature, which can fluctuate unpredictably. This internal calendar helps them avoid being fooled by a warm spell in winter or a cold snap in spring. The plant's circadian clock works hand in hand with phytochromes, constantly asking, "Is it still dark?" The answer to this question reveals not just the time of day, but the time of year, guiding the plant's next move. By monitoring the photoperiod, the balance of light and darkness, plants know exactly where they are in the annual cycle. This knowledge is vital for their survival and success. They sense when winter's long nights begin to shorten, or when summer's brief nights start to lengthen. These subtle changes signal when it's time to grow, flower, or prepare for dormancy, ensuring they thrive in harmony with the seasons. This extraordinary ability to read the calendar of light is the secret to their resilience. It's how plants synchronize their life cycles with the world around them, maximizing their chances of survival. For plants, the sun's whisper is more than just light. It's the critical signal that triggers the next stage of life, the spectacular burst of blooming. When a plant detects the right day length, it sends a chemical message, a hormone called phloragen. Phloragen, produced in the leaves, travels through the plant's veins to the growing tip, the apical meristem. There, it tells the plant to stop making leaves and start building a flower. Under phloragen's influence, dormant genes awaken, and the meristem transforms, constructing petals, stamens, and pistils. This entire process, from sensing light to unfurling petals, is a marvel of biological precision. The plant invests energy in flowering only when success is most likely. For some, long nights trigger blooming. For others, it's short nights. Whatever the cue, phloragen's journey is the final step in the plant's quest to reproduce. It's a silent, decisive transformation, timed to perfection. Flowering isn't just about sunlight, it's about attracting pollinators. Most plants need bees, butterflies, birds, or bats to carry pollen from flower to flower. Flowers offer nectar and pollen as rewards, creating a mutualistic partnership. Petals' colors and patterns are advertisements, guiding pollinators to the prize. Some patterns are visible only in ultraviolet, acting as landing strips for bees. Fragrance lures nocturnal pollinators like moths. As a bee collects nectar, it becomes dusted with pollen, transferring it to the next flower. Pollination is complete, a small exchange for the chance to reproduce. The timing of bloom must match the pollinator's life cycles. The plant's internal clock ensures its restaurant opens when its customers are hungry. The dance between plant and pollinator is all about timing. Day-blooming flowers attract bees and butterflies with bright colors and sweet scents, opening just as these insects begin foraging. Night-blooming flowers like evening primrose unfurl at dusk, releasing fragrance to attract moths and bats. Some plants, like the yucca, rely on a single pollinator, the yucca moth, which deliberately pollinates the flower while laying eggs. The plant sacrifices a few seeds for reliable pollination. If a plant blooms too early or late, it risks missing its pollinator entirely. The internal clock, tuned by day length, ensures perfect coordination. This schedule is the result of millions of years of evolution. When the feast is offered, the diners arrive, guaranteeing the plant's survival. It's nature's most intricate ballet, performed in perfect synchrony. Plants create a living calendar, each species blooming in response to specific seasonal cues. Long day, or short night, plants like tulips and spinach flower as days lengthen in spring. Short day, or long night, plants, such as chrysanthemums and poinsettias, bloom as nights grow longer in autumn. Poinsettias need long, uninterrupted nights to develop their iconic red bracts. Day-neutral plants, like tomatoes and roses, ignore day length, flowering when mature and conditions are right. This diversity creates a continuous succession of blooms throughout the year. Each plant follows its own genetic schedule, written in the language of light and time. The result: a landscape always alive with color and resources for pollinators. The overlapping rhythms ensure food and beauty are available year-round. It's a testament to the intricate timing of the natural world. Nature's timing is precise, but modern life disrupts it. Artificial light pollution from cities confuses plants, extending day and shortening night. Long night plants near streetlights may never flower, or trees may delay dropping leaves, risking frost damage. Climate change is another disruptor. Warmer temperatures cause earlier springs, making some plants bloom before their pollinators emerge. This phenological mismatch can lead to pollination failure and fewer seeds. The ripple effect threatens birds, mammals, and entire ecosystems. The web of life, woven over millions of years, begins to unravel. The disruption of a plant's clock is an ecological warning. Our actions are altering the fundamental rhythms of life. Protecting these natural cycles is crucial for the planet's health. The secret of when a plant blooms is a story of clocks, light sensors, and chemical messengers. Plants are masters of timing, reading the cosmos to create the spectacle of a world in bloom. Understanding this process is vital for agriculture. Controlling flowering means more food and better crops. Blooming times also signal changes in our environment, serving as early warnings of climate shifts. Flowers are the canaries in the coal mine, alerting us to the planet's health. Every blossom is a miracle of timing and coordination. The natural world is full of quiet intelligence, working in harmony. Next time you see a flower, remember the incredible journey it took, guided by sun, clock, and the wisdom of nature.